folks, it's Heather. As you know, my friend Joanne Freeman and I started a new podcast, Now and Then. And a lot of you have written to ask how you should listen to podcasts on a phone. And the truth is that when we got talking about it, it turned out that neither Joanne nor I knew how. So instead of trying to figure it all out for ourselves, we actually convinced a producer to come in and tell us how to do it. So first of all, let's welcome Joanne.
Hey, folks.
Hey, Joanne, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So should we mention a little bit about why we decided to do this podcast?
I think that would be a fine thing to do. And I'll start with the really easy reason, and that is because we really enjoy working together. And we were doing some of that before this began, talking about history, talking about current events, talking about a variety of things. And whenever we did it, people were always like, could you come back and do that again? We really liked it. And we enjoyed that so much. We thought, well, having those kinds of conversations, two women historians who regularly get together and put things in historical context, what a fine thing that would be.
So we have dragooned one of our producers, Sam, into explaining to us how to do this. So let's welcome Sam.
Hi, and I should say that this particular producer also barely knows how technology works. So if the three of us can do it, then truly anyone can download this podcast.
All right, let's go for it. I will confess, I listen to podcasts on my computer because nobody's ever shown me how to do this. But I have my phone. We're good to go.
Yes.
Right, so let's all get our iPhones out and let's find that purple podcast app on our phones. So you're there and we found the purple Apple podcast icon and we've clicked on it. And as a first step, let's go to the very bottom right here to the search icon. And let's click that. And let's write Now and Then.
And lo and behold.
Lo and behold. So let's click on that Now and Then icon.
Okay.
And so now we're here. And some of us who have more updated Apple Podcast apps on the right here will see a plus sign next to three dots.
And some of us do not have really recent.
Try again. What do I do?
You have the older version, Heather, which means you click those three dots.
Okay.
And then you click subscribe. And for those of us who are lucky to have the most recent updated app, we click instead the plus sign, which is right to the left of the three dots. And that becomes a check, which means we're now following Now and Then. Let's go to the bottom. And if you see the Listen Now icon on the bottom left.
Okay.
And Listen Now is essentially the homepage for Apple Podcasts, which means it's one place you can go to see the most recent Now and Then episode and also all the other podcasts that you may decide to download. Another really important tab here in the app is this Library tab, which is the second from the bottom right. This is the way that we can access every single Now and Then episode that's ever come out. So the full archive and also the archives of all the other podcasts that we want to download. And so if you're unsure that you've listened to all the episodes, this is how you know, and you can go back and start from the beginning.
And then does it automatically download?
Indeed, it does. So Heather, you were just talking before the call about how you don't have good service where you live. And if you decide to go on a walk, it will download to Library. So it's already there. And as you go on your walk, even if you don't have service, you have that to listen to. So we found the Apple Podcasts icon from our homepage, the purple Apple Podcasts icon. We then went to the bottom right and clicked search, where we typed in Now and Then. And then those of us with the updated version of the app clicked plus, and it became a check, which means we're now following or subscribing the podcast. And those of us who didn't have the most updated app clicked the three dots, and then we clicked subscribe. And then we headed to our library to see the entire archive of Now and Then. And that's where really most listeners will be when they decide to listen to the podcast.
But that brings up another question, Sam. In fairness, I have listened to podcasts, but I've always listened to them on my laptop.
Yeah, so the very easy way to listen to Now and Then on your laptop is just to go to cafe.com, find that podcasts tab at the very top, and select Now and Then from the drop-down menu. And you can listen to all the episodes that way whenever you want.
You just hit play.
And you just hit play.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Sam. This is very helpful.
Happy listening, everybody, now that we are all high tech. Happy listening.